This webinar has been live streamed. It says it's preparing. So now we're getting, I don't know if you guys see any of this or not. Setting up webinar.
Nope, we just see you.
Boom.
I got a notification from your YouTube channel.
Boom. Webinar has been live streamed. It says it's preparing. So now we're getting, I don't know if you guys see. Oh, this is weird.
So it's gonna echo. Looks like you're gonna have to mute that, huh?
Yep. So I don't need to see, well, I guess I can see it, but no, I don't need to see that. I can put the zoom over this. Let's scale this down just a tad.
I shared the link already.
Sweet, man. Look at Jude. He's on it. He's on it. This
like
meeting is being
pizza.
live streamed. I got it. Okay. So I'm going to get over here then real quick and go to Twitter, and since you already have the link up, I will just use yours. There we go. Give me 2 seconds here. There it goes. Maybe. Oh, not yet. Where the heck? I don't see it in your tweets. Here we go. Let's just do it this way. Should be able to do it. Join us for the with at Wafer. Not WWE. I mean, come on. All right, there we go. I got that tweet out. So do we have anybody else joined in yet? Not yet. Still just us. So we're good. At this point, we just sit here and entertain ourselves.
Do you guys have do you guys hear any background noise from my end?
No.
It's if it is, it's very minimal. Okay. So
making sure.
I'm worried about my dogs barking like crazy. I got 4 dogs, so
right. Okay. So now where is it? Like, why is my Twitter not showing anything recent? There we go. Maybe no. Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay. Pinned to my profile. Come join us for the AMA. Okay, so essentially what I'm going to do anyway is, man, I hope my computer can handle all this load. I literally got the pieces to build a new computer. It just did not arrive until like today, and so I didn't have time to actually build it before this happened. Next time that we do something like this, I'll have this monster beast of a computer that will handle just about basically anything.
Nice.
Upgrades.
So, yeah. Start virtual camera, and I want to hide this, and then should be able to start the recording. Okay, so I'm recording this whole thing essentially on my computer as well. So we're streaming on YouTube, and we are doing all that. And I don't know, let's pull up the YouTube, see if we got anybody. We got 4 people watching now. Yay, first Twitch radio's in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we will get this party started then. So if you guys are just now joining in, I apologize if it looked kind of weird. This is literally the very first time that I've ever done something like this on my channel. And so this was a learning process, and I'm proud to say that it took us less than 15 minutes to get us streaming on YouTube and all this good stuff. But hey, we are here. now, and we have several of the Wafer guys with us here. I will let them introduce themselves so that I do not butcher names and all of that here in just a moment. And I've got some questions and everything lined up that we're going to be going through. So, and then we will also let you guys basically answer, or ask any questions, and we'll try and answer those also. So, first of all, we're going to have Rick introduce himself. If you would, Rick, please introduce yourself, and then would you please just kind of explain, how you got started? How did you get involved in crypto? What's your role in Wafer Coin, essentially? So I'll let you kind of go through that and tell everybody a little bit more about yourself and about how you got started in Wafer.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Rick. I'm the co-founder of Wafer in the Red Wave system, and got into crypto and all that back in about 2015 or so. Just as an investor, started really getting intrigued with how blockchain worked and what it could represent. And it kind of, to me, struck a chord with the First Amendment. So I was really intrigued by the idea of the expression and what you can do to store values on there. And decided to do my own crypto, which would be the Wafer token, and it's backed by its own social platform called redwave.com. And on there, we are basically just making it very easy for people to interact and use crypto. So it's like an ever evolving marketplace, and designed to do like the mass adoption through ease of use. So yeah, thank you very much for asking.
Absolutely, yeah. And what's really great about it, I've got an account over there. Is it's free, and you can sign up, and just basically within like I don't know, 15-20 minutes, you get your account created and start tweeting and interacting with other people and start earning Wafer coin. So
Yeah,
I thought that was really awesome. That
I know.
it's just like Facebook, but you get paid to use it.
Exactly. And I know that there's not very many platforms out there that even offer this kind of stuff. So it's really cool that we've been able to get the system down and get the rewards figured out. So that way, when people are interacting and earning, it's like, wow, I'm actually getting something in return for my time, as opposed to, oh, I watched 40 different ads and I saw, 3 posts and that was my day, so kind of a
Right.
different approach. So
Yeah. And for me, what I've noticed over the last several years essentially was it seemed like with like Facebook, for example, we'll use them because they're the big one. The censorship just got to the point to where you had to literally worry about trying to just be yourself on your own social platform here on your page. About it got to the point to where I know a lot of people were like, hey, sorry, I've been gone forever, I was in Facebook jail, and then I got thrown in jail myself for something really rather ridiculous, I thought. And so I deleted my Facebook, that was several months ago. And I just recently kind of I reactivated it just, here recently. So
yeah,
yeah.
and I have a big problem with ideas obviously being shut down.
Right.
And it kind of goes hand in hand with like, people trying to suppress blockchain. We want to build a platform where you can express yourself. It's an 18 and older site. You're able to go and interact with crypto, post what you want.
Right.
Coming up here, we will have a really cool marketplace on there, and a lot to come. So, but yeah, that's just a little bit about the background of Wafer. And again, the inspiration was more behind freedom of speech and expression.
Exactly. Because I mean, when Facebook first started out, even it was definitely, it was more restricted in the fact that you had to have a college email just in order to sign up for Facebook. It wasn't allowed,
Mhm.
to the open public. And so as they, monetized everything and opened up their platform to basically everybody, I think over the age of 13, it changed things a lot. And definitely over the last several years, they've seemed to bias a lot of their choices in the way that they've done things. And so it's definitely nice to have an alternative to where we can go over and do the same thing, but we don't have that restriction. We don't have the people basically with their thumb on top of us saying, yeah, you can't do
Yeah,
that. You
and
can't say that.
it's a form of social engineering, right? Like, if
Yeah,
you don't talk about this topic, then the topic disappears, right? We don't
exactly.
want the topic to disappear if it's an important topic. It should be debated
Exactly.
and, on an open platform where there's no recourse for, having a different view. And, that's the foundation of our country in a nutshell is, even though you have a different view, that doesn't mean that I have the right to suppress you. So,
Right.
it's just one of those core values for me. I know the other guys, that's a lot of the reason why they got involved is obviously the principled stand.
Absolutely.
Oh, and
I love it.
also don't forget about the tracking and the gathering of the information and monetizing the
Yeah.
society to for
Right there,
capital
like what you
gain.
just said. I mean, how
You
many
know,
people have been on Google and we're Googling something and you go to Facebook and there's exactly what you were Googling? Or how many people have been like, I didn't even freaking Google it. I was just thinking it. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I literally one time was talking about something, and then all of a sudden I opened, like me and my wife were talking about something. It's nothing like I ever searched on Facebook or anything. And then all of a sudden, like all day, I see ads about that thing, and it was like, what the hell is going on?
yeah, right there. Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Totally.
I guess I'll let the rest of the team introduce themselves. Yeah, sorry, kind of went off there, but
Oh
yeah.
no, I mean that was exactly, that was what we wanted to talk about exactly. So just kind of hitting that main thing was perfect. So yeah, go ahead. The rest of the team here that we've got on board, go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
I guess I'll just go ahead. My name is Haytham Kumbarji. I actually live in St. Louis. I'm a proud father of three beautiful children. I got an 8-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl now, and a 1-year-old girl. Yeah, dude, I just strive on a daily basis to create a better environment for them and a better future for them. And that's kind of like my create a destiny for them, and something that they will actually live well when I'm gone. So it's like I'm not in it for like just next year or just next month. I've started my crypto project, back in probably 2016, and I like to follow my religious guidelines and stuff. And there was some controversy about whether it's right or it's wrong. So, and then I just left it alone for about a couple of years, and it wasn't until like a year and a half ago that I've after I've done my research and I've said, okay, so like there ain't nothing wrong as long as it's a good solid project and there's no scam and there's no it's not just some kind of hype coin, something with a utility and stuff. And there could be something here, and then you can actually build something. So it's like when I did my research, and like everybody invests in different ways, but it's like, okay, everybody starts investing into crypto when it's on Binance or Robinhood or crypto.com. And I'm like, dude, I mean, you can make money, but I'm trying to, change my life. You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
it's like, I want to get in that project when it's like on the ground floor before, when it's, 5,000 holders or 3,000 or 10, just something right there. But, something that I know that I truly believe that will reach Binance, crypto.com, or any of those major exchanges. And that's when I ran into Wafer through some investment group that I'm a part of, which I'm friends with Kavan in, and actually Kavan introduced me to Wafer through there. And then along there, also I got introduced to another great crypto project, so which is Saitama. I'm gonna put it out there. I love Saitama. Who doesn't, right? But
Right.
yeah, so it's like I have two great solid projects that I was able to get in from the get go, and the just holding, and I don't treat it like a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, you know. It's like I treat both of my accounts like bank accounts. Instead of having a savings account, I got my Wafer and I got my Saitama, and I've dabbled into all different types of crypto. But if you really want to make it into like let's say, make a good bank account or make a good substantial amount of money in the crypto industry is, positioning yourself early in the project and holding, you know. That's just my thoughts and my opinions about it, but and that's where I'm at. I'm over here, I'm excited with Wafer, um, pushing forward. There's a lot of hurdles and struggles with a crypto project, but as long as it's solid and it's a real project with utility, you can overcome all those hurdles. Like, what business does not see hurdles? Just regular
Exactly.
brick and mortar. Yeah, just regular brick and mortar businesses. They don't even last 5 years or 1 year or 2 years. I've owned restaurants before. I've owned multiple different types of businesses. I've had online businesses. My background is in business and marketing, so I know a lot. There's a lot that goes into developing a business and making a business, and a lot of people that don't know about, like, oh, I got this great idea, blah blah blah. Okay, you have this idea. How are you going to implement it? Do you have a business plan? What's your marketing strategy? Who's your target? How are you going to target? Do you got the funds to back you build business up for the next 2 to 5 years? There's a lot of things that people don't understand that goes
Mhm.
into just starting a business, that people think, oh, like, people like, okay, so for example, Jeff Bezos, didn't take profits for 10 years, didn't make any money for 10 years, you know,
Mhm.
and a lot of people don't understand that,
Yeah,
and then you got to be ethical in what you're doing. I just, anything that's legal, honest, and moral is going to take time,
exactly.
and with all these rug pulls out there and stuff, it doesn't make it any easier for us, but that's
Nope.
what's going to make us shine when we stand out above the crowd. That's
Yeah,
just a little
100%.
bit about me and my journey, and how
Yeah.
I got into crypto and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, a
Thank
lot of
you.
people do not understand exactly what you said. It's not about overnight success. Success is not won in a day. The battle is not won overnight. It takes a long time. If you look at
Yep.
some of the biggest companies, like the biggest company in the world that I can think of, Walt Disney, if you look him up,
Hmm.
he went bankrupt 4 times before he ever
Exactly.
became successful. And so
Right.
how much you're willing to keep on getting up and pushing forward every time that you hit that roadblock or every time that you get shut down. You don't let it deter you. And so, yeah, it's great that you've been able to realize, what you have here and the potential with Wafer, with SideMask, everything. I think that 2022 is going to be a big year for crypto. Um, and what I've been, trying to tell people here lately, essentially, is, with a lot of these projects, everybody's seeing the end of the year kind of blues. At the end of the year in the United States, what happens? Well, most of us have kids and we spend all of our damn money on Christmas toys and stuff like that for our children. We don't have money to invest in crypto. And so
Mhm.
people outside the US are sitting here looking at the markets and they just, they don't quite understand. It's going to trade sideways for a little bit until we get into tax season. But yeah, watch tax season and you'll be glad that you had some Wafer and some Saitama, some, anything basically tied to SideMask, I think is going to be doing really well. This time next year, we can go ahead and we can schedule the event. 12/16 of 1 year anniversary of the AMA with Wafer. I'm telling you, it's going to be
Yeah.
incredible. I think
Mark the
all of our
calendar.
lives will be changed. I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm
And we will
excited.
be talking about another bear market during that time, believe it
Oh,
or not. Like, for those who have
exactly.
been in crypto, it's just like you have your ups and downs. You have just
Yeah,
like any other business, you have your high season, you have your low season, you know, and it's just how the cycle works.
exactly. Exactly. All right. So we've got Jude in here and let's see,
Jude,
we
my
only have,
dude.
yeah, we've only got Jude and then Rick,
Yeah.
myself. So get Jude up here, let him introduce himself, and then we will go ahead and we've got a few more questions essentially to ask Rick, and then we can open up and let. I've got the chat for the YouTube kind of going here on the side of my screen, so I should be able to answer or ask you, and you guys should be able to answer any questions that the community has. So we've got Michael is in here, Twitch Radio, John, few people watching us here. So, but yeah, go ahead, Jude, and take over, and then we'll answer some questions after we get done talking to Jude.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Jude Gill. I got into Wafer, I mean, probably since close to the beginning when it started as well. And I've been in crypto since probably 2015, investing into different stuff. And I found Wafer similar to the same way Hatham did through another investment group. And I feel like I just got lucky, like I hit the lottery when I found it. It was something that the utility, they were actually doing and delivering stuff that they were talking about. And the community right off the bat was real engaged, people helping each other out. I mean, it's completely different to other tokens that I found early in the year that I'll communicate with the community on like Reddit. Like there's a lot of trolls on the internet. There wasn't any trolls in the Wafer in the Telegram community. Everyone just wants to help you out, man, and inform you on stuff. And it's great. It's been great. I think I was in Wafer since June, July, August. It's probably about 3.5 months, and I had been helping out with the community, and now I'm help moderate the Telegram group and help with marketing and as much as I can. Hatham as well. Hatham does a lot. He's real humble about it, but he's active 24/7 doing stuff.
Absolutely. And I just want to give a special shout out to the mods and all the guys on the back end that people don't see or don't know. So yeah, thanks to mod team, dev team, Nabil and Zach doing an amazing job getting the apps and stuff up and going. But yeah, I just wanted to give some appreciation to you guys, especially you two here helping drive things forward as well. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, all right. Now that we have got the introductions out of the way, let's see, as far we've covered what your initial thoughts were, and motives kind of behind the project. We got that out the way actually kind of with the first part, but what would you say as far as your goal is for like the next 2 years with Wafer?
Yeah, so next 2 years, obviously we have a lot going on the Red Wafe side where the token utility actually is taking place. So in terms of what we're doing to enhance Red Wafe and things of that nature to bring more utility to the token, we're going to be working on getting the NFTs kind of going in the coming years, as well as the gaming structured there. So that way we're bringing in more influencers. We're bringing in more people to not only the Red Wave side, but they're seeing the token and, being able to use our token. And then here in the future, once our wallet drops, because we do plan to do a wallet and a swap here in the future as well. You'll be seeing that stuff kind of integrating into the back end of Red Wave to make it seamless. So like, let's say you do hold Saitama, we would love to be able to have you be able to spend your Saitama in our marketplace seamlessly, right? So like that's kind of the in-game goal, is to make it where we unify and are able to kind of rally together under this one flag, if you will, and push for the mass adoption through simplicity. So it's lofty goals, but in 2 years, I see us obviously the iPhone apps and iOS apps are coming out. We have tons of marketing coming up. So in 2 years, I just see tons of deliverables. I see an expansion in the marketplace, and obviously that would mean we're growing. So we would definitely be bringing on more staff, more developers to help facilitate these things, more server space. So yeah, the next 2 years, we do have some big goals, but I think we'll be able to deliver. We've been very proud to say we're not a hype coin. We're very much a substance coin, if you will, or token. We're all about making sure we have a deliverable for the community or for our holders before we even try to hype it. And I know that our community really appreciates that, because we're not just bringing BS to the table. We're actually bringing substance. So the next 2 years is going to be very exciting. You're going to see a lot come out of us, definitely.
Awesome. Fantastic. It sounds like it. I mean, yeah, with a lot of these projects out there, it's hard to look at them and be like, okay, so who exactly is behind the project. So having transparency is definitely something that is great to see on your side, and not to mention the fact that you guys are an LLC, right? So another
Yeah, that's correct.
plus for that. But yeah, to have a vision going forward, because there's a lot of people out there that they're willing to go and list their project on a on an exchange, and they're willing to take people's money, but they don't really even have like their plan laid out. They don't even know where they're going. And so it's like, why are you asking me for your money? And that's where we see, like you said, there's a lot of hype coins. There's a lot of FOMO going on. Essentially, if you don't know what FOMO means, essentially that is fear of missing out. I know for me, I had to look that up whenever I first got into crypto. I'm like, what the hell is FOMO? So if you're watching on YouTube right now, FOMO is fear of missing out, and that's what a lot of these coins that have been rug pulls in the past have used in order to get investors. Is they'll create something that's typically copyright, like Rick and Morty, back in September, or there was the Nightmare Before Christmas token. I've seen a lot of them, and they use a copyrighted entity because they don't care about being sued down the road, because they're not planning on being around, So yeah, it's great that we've got several tokens now that are LLCs. They are transparent. We can see the faces of the people behind the project. And they're doing things the right way. It's not, like you said, just built on hype. It's more built on utility. We're going places. We're not just like, hey, look at me. I can pay people to influence and promote us, because that's all that these other coins really do. And so I love what you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, we definitely have really enjoyed kind of not having a big spotlight on us, so we can refine some things, get things right, because in business, not everything happens overnight, right? Like, we still rely on, third parties for certain things, like, some server space here, or, just different services for web development. So, in terms of kind of what we have going on, we're going to continue to develop different applications and software moving forward as well. So it's not going to be just Wafe. In the future, we hope to have a full suite of softwares and products available that'll have, some form of crypto integrated into them.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just want to mention, like, I feel like sometimes Rick just downplays it just nonchalantly like that. But like my vision, it's like you click on the Wafe app and then it just pops up and you have a bunch of these icons on there, which is like a whole universe of apps where you'll have gaming, NFTs, the swap, the wallet, all that integrated. So you'll see, okay, so where do I want to go in this Wafe universe? And it gets you, clicks, from one end to another. And hopefully, also be looking into the metaverse area too as well, all integrated with crypto. So definitely something, just one thing is what's cool about being a software company is like, it's whatever you dream or whatever you imagine of, is that's what your next goal is. And it's just one upgrade after another, like Wafe right now, it's just like an alpha version. It's not even like the full version that we're looking at, and we will never be perfect. So there's always that struggle to be the better version, whether it's personally or on the IT part as well.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's a lot of people, if we look at Apple, like you mentioned, as an example, a lot of people don't even know, like Apple started off as just like this company, basically in somebody's garage. And then just like with Microsoft, they started off so small, and look where they are today. And look at the products that they started out with, like the iPod essentially is no longer a thing, because the iPhone eventually became that. And so, yeah, you guys are just now starting off. You are building your infrastructure, and you've got this vision going forward where you want to be in a few years. And so I think with the way the technology is advancing, and the way that we're moving forward in society, I think that it'll be probably something you can realize at a much sooner rate than what you had even thought of to begin with. So yeah, I think it's going to be exciting to see just how quickly you guys can get that up and running.
Yeah, we're working on it. So we already got utility out. Unlike other new projects, we already got utility out, and we're just constantly growing both on our community side and the utility side.
Right. Exactly. All right. So let's see. You guys have kind of already talked about NFTs a little bit, but is there anything, as far as NFTs, we know they're really popular. So I'm personally, I've got an NFT collection I just got asked to be a part of. I'm developing my own NFT collection. So yeah, NFTs are freaking hot. We all know this. What do you have plans as far as the integration of NFTs into Wafer? A little bit more detail on that.
Yeah, so that's actually on our phase 5 of our roadmap.
Mhm.
But yeah, essentially we would like to integrate an NFT marketplace and an NFT like a creator space as
Mhm.
well through there. Obviously it's going to take some development, some time to get to that, but yeah, we absolutely do have that in our roadmap currently, and we are excited to start, kind of getting involved in it. One thing that I always wanted to get involved in with the NFT world is how to apply it to insurance contracts. So, that I'm an insurance broker by trade. So, that's something that I've been interested in is, how we can integrate that into that platform. And I don't think a lot of people have been really speaking about that in terms of like a document management system. So,
Mhm.
we're kind of looking at some, I guess you could say, more corporate technical application, as well as obviously for amusement and for artistry application as well. So yeah,
Right.
we're looking to definitely dive into that.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Did you have anything else to add on that one, Jude or Hatham?
I mean, just from my end, I mean, NFT is the future. If
Hmm.
your project doesn't involve NFTs, you're gonna be falling behind. So that is on our phase 5, and we have a great development team. Um, uh, I'm really confident of what they're gonna bring to the market, and it's like it's not just creating your own, but it's also partnering with other projects that can get NFTs out there better and quicker and in a more advanced way than anything that's out there. So
Right.
yeah, I'm excited to see what we can bring up for the NFTs. Yep.
Absolutely. Jude, anything else that you'd like to add?
I was trying to mute myself. Yeah, no, just for sure. NFTs have been a big game changer this year. I mean, if you're not doing NFTs yet, what are you doing?
Hmm.
It's funny. I
Absolutely.
mean, I think I've made 2 NFTs and then I've been gifted 1 or 2, and I'm not even sure how to even open or view the 2 I was gifted. I just know where they're at.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing my own NFT project. I had a buddy that's like, "Hey, you want to help me on the marketing on this?" And so I'm part of that now too. And it's going to be huge. It's like you said, if you're not into NFTs already, I don't know what you're doing. And so I think that over the next coming years, it's going to be exciting to see how everybody's just like coming out with all this stuff, and to see who kind of comes out with the cool stuff, and who's just like, yeah, yours is kind of like crap, bro. Look at mine, you know.
Well, I mean,
But
and you're seeing some of the innovation in the metaverse, right? You saw Nike
yeah.
bought that shoe designing company for the metaverse.
Oh
It
no,
was
I
ridiculous.
hadn't.
Yeah, they purchased this digital sneaker company that makes NFT shoes for a lucrative amount of money. But
Right.
yeah, I'll have to share an article with you. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be to a point where NFTs are going to be the flow of how property is essentially identified. So,
Right.
get in now, right? Get in now.
Exactly. Exactly. For sure. That's right where I'm at is, I've been telling people for a while now, we are pioneers. If you're in crypto now and you own crypto, if you have NFTs, you're a pioneer of crypto. And 5 to 10 years from now, people are going to look back and be like, man, I wish I'd have gotten in, you know?
Just like the dot coms back in the 90s,
Yeah.
dot com boom, and then the real estate one, yeah, right? Because real estate was super cheap after that. So that was the
Hmm.
one thing that people are like, oh, I missed out on that, And now
Yeah.
here comes crypto. So, and then, the 5G movement is just getting started as well. So that's going to add to how great the metaverse is going to be, or how great the
Exactly.
digital world will be, for sure.
Well, And not even that. Look at, we've got what, two companies trying to do global internet basically. So
Right.
through satellite, because right now I'm speaking to you through Starlink satellite internet. Thank you, Elon Musk. So yeah, it is technology, the way that it's advancing. If you're familiar with Moore, George Moore, the guy that's basically founder of Intel, he was he's got Moore's law or whatever, to where it's basically, every so often, every so many years, the technology inside of a transistor chip will double, and that's been blown out the water in the last probably last 20 years, especially. That rate has just, it's more than doubled, and so I think that going forward into the future, it's going to also advance at an exponential rate. We can, probably be looking at like quantum computers and artificial, they're basically like organic computers and stuff like that, using like living matter, and it's crazy,
Terminator
it's,
status, huh?
yeah. And so with the way that we see cytomask, how they've got the metaverse, and the way that virtual reality, advanced or augmented reality, stuff like that, it's going to be incredible. I really think that people, they look at movies like virtual, with virtual reality in it, like Ready Player One, and they're like, man, that's so far off. But it's not. It's really not.
Well, and to add to that point, when you look at that movie Surrogate, where they sit in a chair and a robot lives their life in the real world, right? Like, we're
Yeah.
getting pretty close to having real world application robot avatars, if you will.
Yeah.
It's not too far off. I mean, you're seeing some of these different designs coming out of MIT and from overseas, where they're starting to look more and more lifelike. I mean, it's not unrealistic to say
Right.
that some of this stuff is more possible now.
Yeah, I love. I don't get on Facebook anymore, so I haven't seen them in a while now. But I used to see all those videos about that robot that they were working on. Man, I can remember who the brand is. I'm probably talking about, but they would put it all sorts of tests, and always just messing with it. Make it run into a door, just testing the crap out of it. But they'd post the funniest videos.
Oh, it's like when they're knocking it down to the floor,
Yes.
and yeah, those are the MIT guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So exactly. Like I love those videos. It's hilarious watching that robot go through the testing.
I saw that they CGI'd one of the episodes where they knocked it down, and then the robot grabs like a gun.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Like we're looking at that movie with Will Smith, I, Robot, or something in the near future. If we're not careful, that robot's gonna get all his buddies and come for vengeance. Like, yeah, you knock me down one more time, you son of a bitch.
Be nice to your Roombas, people. You hear that?
Right, exactly. You wake up and like that lady with her hair had gotten eaten. They had to like call emergency services or something because her Roomba ate her hair while she was asleep on the floor.
I saw the pictures of that. That was pretty comical.
That was
Right.
the first actual robot attack. No.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I know that everybody in this space has probably been to the CERTIC audit of Saitama, and Cytomask. And if you look right down underneath
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it's like activate Skynet. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You couldn't have chose a better freaking name for this or something.
Right.
So, but as far as we've covered a lot in this, but I just wanted to hit one more thing essentially before we end this. I don't know if anybody's got any questions. If they do, we'll have them asked over here in the chat on YouTube, where I can see that, and then I can get that here in front of the speakers. But so just to kind of touch base again on what Red Wafe is and how it works, essentially, let's kind of go through that. So what would one do if they had never heard of Red Wafe? How would you go about getting on Red Wafe and starting to earn some Wafer coin?
Yeah, if you go to redwaif, redwaif.com, you can sign up there. You don't have to be into crypto to sign up. You can sign up and just start doing exactly what you do on Facebook. But the only difference is you are earning Wafer while you do that. So the key component here is it's very simple to sign up. You just enter some simple information, verify your email, and then you're into the system. Which is pretty great. And then if you decide eventually after earning, so much Wafer, you want to withdraw, you simply send a request. and then the amount of Wafer is sent to your wallet. And congratulations, you officially become a Wafer holder just through interactions. It's very, very simple process.
Now, is there a limit? Well, obviously, I mean, there is a limit. Do you know, have you guys already released what that limit is as far as like whenever people want to withdraw? Is there like a
Yeah.
limit on how much you need and then or to withdraw? And is there like a limit on how much you can withdraw per transaction, or is there a
So
limit on how much per day?
the minimum amount would be 500 Wafer
Hmm.
that you would earn in order to withdraw.
Hmm.
Right now, as it's set up, I believe the maximum amount of points you can earn right now, because we're just with the point system, we're gonna probably adjust it coming up here and increase
Hmm.
some values. But right now, it's about 10 Wafer a day is about what you can earn. And then to withdraw, take about 50 days roughly if you were going on there and doing certain tasks. That's why we're kind of looking at maybe reevaluating the point structure to keep people more
Sure.
engaged. But hey, it's free money. So at the end of the day,
Exactly.
you are
Exactly.
earning free Wafer. So it does have a
And you
value.
get yeah, not only earning free wafer, but you're also getting to like do the same thing you do on Facebook and not be censored.
Exactly. So that's the other side of it. Like, if you like for right now, if you decided you wanted to smoke a cigarette, Vlad, you would be censored on YouTube.
Right.
So, if you want to post a video of you smoking and drinking a beer, you can do that at Red Wave. You can post videos, pictures. You can like, share. It's surprisingly similar to what you can do on Facebook. The only difference is we're not going to tell you what you can and can't say. You can post what you want without fear of being in face, any kind of jail or any kind of recourse due to me having an opposing view of you. No, it's all about you, the user, and about rewarding you. And if you sign up, I think you'll like what you see. I know Vlad, you've been posting quite a bit through there, so we definitely appreciate you being on, and hopefully you're enjoying it.
Yep.
And
I love it.
yeah, awesome.
Absolutely. It's
Also,
great.
like,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, also I'd like to mention, like, like I was on Facebook, and then I went to my Red Wave, and then 'cause I'm not on Facebook much. I probably get on there once every 3 days, just because I got overseas family connecting with and stuff. And I'm like, hold on, I'm not scrolling through ads half the time here on Red Wave. Um,
Hmm.
there's a lot more less drama on Red Wave than Facebook. So I'm like, okay, so all that, and I don't have to worry about getting censored and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure a bunch of groups will be on there. But I'm surprised that Rick hasn't mentioned. We just updated to where we have a referral program on Red Wave. Isn't that correct, Rick?
Oh, good.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that, Hatham. Yeah, we actually just did an update where now you get rewarded for referring people over to Red Wave. So you earn for inviting people, you earn for likes, comments, shares, just interacting. You earn different amounts of Wafer. When you do log in, there's a menu to your right, and it'll allow you to actually check your balance, and it gives you like point values and all that good stuff up there as well. So we're very
Right.
transparent on what the points are. You're not like curious or having to figure it out. So
Right.
yeah, it's very exciting, especially since we're, I believe, one of the first ones to be able to offer this kind of reward system in this manner. So that's something that we are definitely proud of for sure.
Heck yeah. That's definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, I
See how he
mean,
downplays stuff, Vlad?
yeah, right.
I gotta stay on this guy, man.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to be putting my referral out on the Facebook. You know,
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, get your referral link on this YouTube channel down there.
that too.
Get it.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah,
places. My Twitter, my Facebook, basically everywhere. Might as
Be
well,
slaying
right? I
the
mean,
wafer, slaying the
free
wafer point. Yeah.
wafer.
Yeah.
So let's look. I don't know that I've really got any questions here, and we've covered so much that there's not really much for them to ask other than somebody asked if it was ERC, and I said it was on BSC. So yes, guys, essentially if you need to get Wafer outside of just going and using redwave.com, if you wanted to buy some Wafer, you could go to where and how would you do that essentially, Rick?
Yeah, you can actually go to wafercoin.com. We actually have a buy now button on there, and it'll actually take you directly into PancakeSwap with our contract already ready to go. You just need to connect your wallet to Pancake Swap, and then away you go. You can go ahead and purchase through there. I believe slippage is about 12% for the purchase, I believe, just with, you know, the network and general slippage. But
Right.
yeah, very simple process. We also have the function on RedWave itself. There, like when you open up the application, which is on Google, by the way, I forgot to mention, we do have our Google app out for redwave.com. So if you actually go to the app, it'll actually have two buttons at the bottom. It'll say RedWave, and then it'll say Wafer. If you click Wafer, it'll show the price that it's currently at, and then it actually has a button right there where you can actually buy Wafer there as well. And that'll take you again back to Pancake Swap, and then you can do the purchase there.
Perfect.
And if all else fails, join our Telegram, and there's many people to help you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think. We've covered a lot here, a lot of good information. Does anyone here on the panel have any questions or anything else to add essentially before we wrap this up?
No, we just want to say thank you very much, Vlad, for allowing us to come speak and, you know, be a part of your very first YouTube live. It's been really cool being a part of it. Hopefully we'll have the same, you know, have another conversation a year from now. I got it on my calendar. But I just want to say I appreciate you and you know, Saitama and Sadamask, Russ, all you guys. Thank you guys. I want to say thank you obviously to the dev team, Zach and Nabil on our back end, as well as everyone that supports us through the mod team, as well as community leaders. So special shout out to everybody. I always want to say thank you guys again for believing in us, and we appreciate you all.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. All right.
Yeah, most definitely, Vlad. It's actually been a blessing to be here on your show, and I thank you very much. You know, you are actually a blessing.
Guys.
You are actually a blessing to us, you know, and to the Wafer family, you know, and I want to thank you very much. Great things are coming. One thing, because I have both wallets, Saitama and Wafer, you know, so it's like I see Wafer go up when Saitama goes up, and then Wafer goes down when Saitama goes down. So guess what? Saitama's coming up, and everybody knows, and guess what's coming right behind it? Yep. Wafer. Get in while it's early.
Ready to sail.
Get in while it's early. These prices will not last.
No.
I'm just saying it. You can mark my words. We're recorded here. These prices will not last. Position yourself. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Jude, what do you got?
Just thank you. Thank you for having us on. Man, you've been
Absolutely.
nothing but cool since me and you started talking. Like, I don't know, it was a week or two ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks now, but we're
you've been nothing but
best
awesome,
friends, you know? We just become best friends. Do you want to go?
I know, right?
Practice karate?
Karate in the garage? Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, it's like I said, it's an honor to have you here, and we got some stuff figured out today, and maybe we can start doing this on a regular basis. Absolutely. I'm not opposed to that at all. We can set up, you know, maybe start doing a once a week thing, even if we have time for that.
Yeah, it's something I'm definitely open to. I'm sure if I can't make it, I'm sure Hatham or someone else can for sure come slide in and say what's up from the Wafer crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Whenever I can.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vlad. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, guys. We are signing off. We will we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining in. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know down in the comments below, and we'll do our best to get that answered. But until then, make sure you go out to redwave.com and get that profile started. Start earning some Wafer coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That Wafer.
All right. I'm